Hot out there in YouTube. It's your boy Josh out.
It's your boy Craig.
And this is another episode of Sports Talk 10, Josh. Now, this episode, before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. So we're gonna continue our Secret Invasion. So we've been also check out the other reviews, the previous reviews too as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to discuss episode 5. We will discuss some small spoilers. Try not to give it too much away for you guys, but key points of the story. It was a very
Yeah,
short episode. I think it was like 39 minutes. Very short episode, not a long episode.
man, I'd say it's like 36 because I don't count the credits for
Oh,
the
you don't count
intro.
the opening credits and the
Yeah,
intro and you're right.
that's
It's probably
just
about
like
it might be low. It might be like 35 minutes,
yeah,
34.47 or something like that. But
yeah.
all right.
It was a short episode. We'll leave it like that. But yeah,
Yeah, it was
it
just a
was a
very
very
short
short
episode.
episode.
All right. So what was your first impression? Episode 5, any
Um, as like I said from the previous episode, I like the pace of it. So it's like
mm,
it's actually showing like they showing how the plans are unraveling for Garrett at this point that
mm,
he's desperate. Like it's showing that he's literally desperate at this point and he's willing to do anything to pretty much have his plan before in full circle. So this was kind of like the episode where his back is against the wall and he's willing to do anything to keep his plan in full in fruition. So I like that. I like the fact that they added Sonya Fallsworth. I like that they
mm.
added her character a little bit more in this episode as well too. Even though it's the last, but I was hoping they was gonna show more of her because she is like the head person of MI like of the I think MI6 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she went on a
Um,
little rampage this episode, witch hunt.
yeah,
That's what we're
yeah,
going.
and we finding out that she was doing it because of Fury. Because now we
Mm,
know why she was doing it. She was doing it because of Nick Fury.
mm,
So Nick Fury must got the information from Gaia and Nick Fury and God once the information that Nick Fury got from Gaia must have gave it to Sonya. And once Sonya got the information, she started going after everybody. So
mm.
I did like the fact that they did like made her the pretty much the person to I wouldn't even say interrogate, but see these people. Even though it was an interrogation. But she was been the one that been better to do it than Nick Fury would have been the better, than Nick Fury doing it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah. This episode was very straight to the point. A little hectic. You could see they
oh, it was
losing
all over
faith
the
in the
place.
leadership.
Yeah, it
They
was all
they
over the
they
place
losing faith in the leadership of
of
your
Garrett.
boy.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Garrett. I don't think they not really feeling. They even did a. Can I get this? This is a big spoiler. You don't mind if I steal your thunder? They
No,
did
go
an
ahead, go ahead.
assassination attempt on him.
Yeah, yeah, because I was
They
like,
epically failed. What they were trying to do, like a Godfather, put the bag over his
yeah,
type of.
because yeah. So all right, so we can get straight to the key points. We
Yeah,
already know. Yeah, we can go straight to the key points.
yeah.
Like
The
I said,
episode was pretty short. It's really
yeah.
nothing.
So that was the first key point I was gonna bring up was the assassination.
Mhm,
The fact that they try to do the Godfather style because they know he's a super squad. So they can't shoot him and they can't technically do anything as far as body damage per se because he can heal.
mhm,
So the only way you could do it is by suffocating him. That's the only way you
mhm,
can really like even trying to like slow him down. The only way you can do it is by doing that. You can't shoot him because he got the extremists with it. He got Groot's reach, which we've seen him use it. So it's like he's using Groot's powers, and he's strong as all outdoors now because of the Calcidius or Sidious
mhm.
DNA. So it's like, what do you do? The only thing you can do is hopefully wear him out to the point where you can knock him out or suffocate him. That's the only way you can do it. You can't, like I said, it's damn near impossible to do the typical assassination because he's going to heal after that.
Yeah,
He's definitely going to heal. And but I did like the fact that they showed his adult scroll form. I did like they did show that because
yeah.
I was waiting to see how they was going to do his form per se if they was even going to do his form because the most
Mhm,
like 90% of the show has been him just human or shape shifting or shape shifting. So showing his scroll image, that was
Hmm.
kind of dope. That was kind of dope. So yeah, and like I said, Gaia finally finding out about Telos and meeting
The
Nick Fury.
funeral. Yeah, the
Yeah,
funeral. The funeral. Oh, what about the shooting scene at Fury and them house? That was pretty good.
yeah, man, for real.
That was a good shooting scene,
I'm sta-
action scene.
yeah, I can't lie. I'm starting to think she's a little bit more than we think too, Priscilla. I'm starting to think
Yeah.
she's a little bit more than what she's letting on to be as well.
Hmm.
Because the way she was prepared, I think she was waiting on that day to happen. Like I really do believe
Well,
it.
you got to understand she was sort of like in hiding to a degree because
Yeah,
they kept it a secret. So
but
yeah,
she was
technically she had to prepare for like if
but
someone came ambush the house and stuff like that.
yeah,
She had to think about stuff like
yeah, but then also she was in association with Rose.
that. Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So Rhodey, she was still in, she was in association with. But like I said, I think she did plan. I think she never attempt to either kill Nick Fury. I don't think she ever meant to kill Fury. So like you said, she probably was prepared for that type of day when they was actually going to come after her, knowing that she ain't going to fulfill it because she actually loved him. Like it wasn't like this wasn't just because of because I'm just taking this, you know, taking the face and the body, the thought. No, that was really her. Like she really did love Fury. So
Yeah.
I think she wanted to. I think she was like I said, she was prepared. But was she prepared before Fury or while Fury was gone? That's the thing. Because I'm like, because the way it made it seem like she was prepared for it the whole time. Like just overall, we just ain't know when they was going to attack, and then they did it sneakily, which they are terrible shots too. On top of that, they were terrible shooting. But it's an action show. Like I said, it's just an episode. But they
Yeah,
were
it was
terrible.
it was
It was a
actually a pretty
terrible
good
hit squad.
episode, and also how they set Nick Fury up to be the fall guy.
Yeah, they was definitely
Propaganda
set.
they was spreading.
Yeah, because because of Rhodes, because of Rhodey. So
Hmm.
that was another key point I was gonna bring up with that with him being with the president and because he lost his job, well, he lost clearance. He can't tell the president that Skrulls are out. That the Skrulls are not the ones that's doing it. It's it's your guy. It's literally your guy set you up to be kidnapped or whatever the case may be, or even killed. I think they were trying to assassinate him, truthfully, but
Hmm.
at least that's what Garrett was trying to do, because I think that's what he was saying at his on his with his rant with the team. I think he was trying to kill the president, if I'm not mistaken. But the fact that Nick Fury can't use his authority at this point had to be eating him inside, because he wanted to tell the president that the Skrulls are out there, and he has that much leeway or that
Hmm.
much. I guess if you want to say, yeah, he has that much trust from the president that I guarantee you, if he would have told the president when he still had his job, they would have been higher. It would have been higher threat than with
What about his rogueness? Like he really want them to bomb a place
that he's living at. He's
that he's
living there.
living in
Yeah.
for the sake of them going to war. I think that's a little.
Well, not only going to war, the fact that he's willing to do it to have leverage to find one thing. See, which we was going to get to that. That was going to be the last key point I was going to talk about,
Yeah, go
which
for it.
the
Go
whole
for it.
which the whole thing was about getting the harvest, which the harvest is Captain Marvel's blood. So
Hmm.
he's literally willing to sacrifice his whole species or his whole rebellion camp for Captain
Hmm.
Marvel's blood.
Yeah.
Because she's the most powerful, she's one of the most powerful Avengers. And because she's Kree. So if you got Kree powers with a scroll, game over. Like it's literally game over. That's radioactive city after that.
Yeah.
That's a bio weapon waiting to happen, including the other DNAs that he has with the super
Of
soldier.
Avengers, of the
Yeah,
Avengers too. He have other Avengers. So the goal in the harvest, they was trying to get Mike. but my logic is probably why did they have the Avengers DNA? Was it for like to make super soldiers or something or any?
No, I think he was keeping it because of the fact that that was the first time we ever seen superhumans outside of Steve Rogers at the time. That I think that they was literally collecting it for Nick Fury so he could keep it so they won't have it as a threat. It just so happened that Garrett was part of that squad to know about the DNA.
Hmm.
So by Garrett knowing that DNA, but he specifically wanted Captain Marvel's DNA. That
Yeah,
was the
I
one
know.
that was the main one he wanted. And like I said, you give him or any type of super scroll that power with the power of the super scrolls, that's a bio weapon waiting to happen. Like literally, there's nothing stopping that. You can't shoot it. You can't defeat it because of superhuman strength. And then on top of that, it can become like pretty much bio weapon. No, yeah, you can see why he wanted it. But the fact that he's willing to sacrifice his whole pretty much cult to do it usually don't work out very well at the end. If you do that, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It usually don't. Um. Oh, and I do want to say another thing though too. Who do you think Nick Fury called at the end?
Hmm.
Do you think Marvel's pulling a fast one on us, like, and just make it bigger than what it is, and it could just be Gaia?
Could be Gaia. You think it could be you know who?
I don't think they're gonna pull it that fast, bro.
They
I
do got
really
a
don't think.
movie. They do got a movie coming out November 10th.
I know, but I don't think they're gonna bring her out.
And
Not
they
that.
could line it up for that one. I'm just letting you know. I'm just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there.
It would have to be but is this during the events before that show? That's the thing. If it's
Yeah.
the event, if it's the events before Miss Marvel, yes, I would say Captain Marvel probably would be the secret cameo. Yes, I would agree with you on that.
Hmm.
It's her DNA. It's literally her DNA.
Hmm.
She's the only one that can defeat it. Other than other than Quake, like I said, Quake from Agents of Shield. But from my understanding, I don't think it's going to happen. I think that's just like I said, I think that's just a rumor that somebody's telling and running with, pretty
All
much.
right, there. Yeah. All right, there.
But Captain Marvel, that's a fetch. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but I can't see Nick Fury calling her.
Yeah.
She don't have a cell phone. I don't even think she has a cell phone. How's she
What
gonna
she?
call?
But don't they got like some like a beeper or
Nah,
something? I'm joking with
yeah,
you.
he
Did they
got
have like a
he
beeper?
he did have a beeper, but I don't think
Intergalactical beeper? I'm joking. I'm joking by the way. I'm joking by the way.
I'm like I don't even think Carol Danvers at this point would even know how to work an iPhone right now if she
Come
had
on,
one.
man. All powerful don't know how to send a text. She left them on
Man,
red. Is that what you telling me, man?
bro,
I'm messing with you, man. I'm messing with
we see how Thor was when he came into the free world. Your man thought he thought the
Oh
mug
man,
was
you think you don't think they can pull a Loki on us? They can pull a Loki on us. You like,
nah.
oh no, you see it? They might be. I know I'm reaching for that. That's like a pipe dream. That's like a sky,
Yeah,
one of those. I don't think that's gonna happen either, but it shocked me if they did it that way.
I think it's either going to be two things. I think
Hmm.
it's either, like I said, I think it's either going to be Gaia, just flat out, just Gaia being a Nick Fury face, pretty much, or like I said, it could be somebody that we least suspect that can that we least suspect that we wouldn't think would show up as like a secret invasion show. Like I said, Captain Marvel is not a far fetch because it does come out in November and they're going
Yeah,
specifically
that's what
for
I'm
her
just thinking when
DNA.
I saw it. I was like, they do got a movie coming out in November. It makes sense
But
to lead up to it.
but I will also think it wouldn't be Captain Marvel. It would actually be Monica Rambeau.
Yeah,
That's who
that's
I
not
would.
that's actually not a bad. That's actually not a
Yeah.
bad.
If I had to
That's
pick
my.
between the three, yeah. If I had to pick
eh,
between the three, I would think it'd be more Monica Rambeau more than Captain Marvel.
It's possible. It's possible.
but
I
because
just
he
hope they
do
don't
know
hit a.
about Skrulls.
I just hope they don't hit a Loki on us. You know how like the last episode of Loki
Yeah, like they said, like
cameo.
yeah,
That's the
because
only
yeah,
reason. That's the only reason. I don't see them doing it, but you never know. It's
yeah,
Marvel.
which we have been pretty much perfect calling for all of these damn shows lately.
Yeah.
So
Not Loki. Loki caught me off guard. I didn't see that. I was like,
yeah,
I don't think they'd do it, but they did it anyway. That's the only one that really caught me off guard. But
yeah.
well, any predictions leading up to the final? Any finale? You know, one episode away.
I do think it's gonna be that whole plot twist where he try to give him either give him the real thing or it's going to be one of the vials of the DNA. I don't think it's going to be the full vial. I think it's just one piece of it,
Hmm.
or one one leeway of it, or or one like one vial of it, and I think the rest of it somewhere else. And I think he's going to try to use that as bait to lure him into something else. Or it could be luring him to have Nick Fury use the machine himself and just turn himself into a super person. And he can't be a scroll, not unless he's a scroll the whole time. But I don't think
Hmm.
he'll turn himself into would he turn himself into a super, I guess, whatever they want to call it, superhuman. I mean, not superhuman. Yeah, superhuman, I guess. Because
Hmm.
even with Gaia, she don't have all the powers either. She just got, I think she just got the extremist, and I think uh, the Colossinius. So she got the super, super strong. But I think that's the only thing she really got. But as far as like, I guess it depends on who. I ain't gonna say it's based on DNA because it's
Hmm.
literally other DNA going into other like other forms of DNA. So
Hmm.
I can't say it's gonna be that. But if he does use the machine, I think he's gonna use it to get the extremist uh, and like the super strength part like Guy is. I think that's what he's gonna do. If he's gonna use the machine, but I don't think he's gonna use it because it looks like he's not gonna use it at all. He might try to lure him into a trap somewhere.
Yeah,
Because
that's probably what it is.
he can't. I mean, how did you kill him? Like you let him because you try to shoot him, he heals. So do you try to do what you did with the extremists in Iron Man 3 and just hopefully he just blow up because of anger or something like that? Like what do you do at that type of point?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have to use one of his powers as a weakness. You're gonna have to. You just don't know which one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I got though. Anything else you want
Yeah.
to add?
Nothing like that. I think hopefully see the season finale is going to end pretty well. It's probably going to leave on a cliffhanger, leading lead it on to the other Marvel movies. Most likely
Yeah.
that's what's going to. That's just my only prediction I can think I can call. Somebody got to take an L or leave on a cliffhanger to a degree.
Or do you think this might be the end of another OG leaving the Marvel MCU?
Oh man, that'd be
I don't. I don't think Nick Fury because he's too
a
popular.
Marvel movie without Fury is weird, man. That's a little
That's
weird.
what I'm
You get what I'm
saying.
trying to say?
That's
That's
what
a
I
little weird.
yeah.
Is his
Because
contract up?
now I'm about to say because it could be one of them situations where he could he could sacrifice himself. But we don't know. Like I said, we don't know. We don't know. It could be
Oh, okay, okay. That's not a bad. That would be a good and a bad situation. It'd be like we didn't see it coming, but
yeah. And my other thing is, and then we'll end it on this. Where the hell is the original goddamn body for Rhodey and all the like all the
I'm
other
still
people?
questioning where is Rhodey at? When did they take him?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Where's
Yeah,
Rhodey? Where's
that
his?
we I think we asked that last episode. I said
Yeah,
maybe I have to go back and look and see,
it
but
had to been after. It had to been after Endgame. It had to
had
been.
to
It
be
couldn't have
after
been.
It had to be after Iron Man's death. Had to be like after his
It had to
funeral or
been.
something. It must have
Yeah,
caught him after the funeral or something. I don't know, man.
because he said it was 15 years ago that he saw the first scroll. So I'm wondering when he went to see that scroll, did they manage to find him after that and took
Hmm.
him? Because I need a backstory off that. I really do need a backstory. I don't know if they're gonna include it in Armor Wars or whatever. but they gotta include his story, how he got snatched by a scroll and literally held for
Hmm.
however many years it's been since. They
Yeah.
have to. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. I think we ended here. I want to thank everybody for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment whether you agree or disagree with us. We love to hear. Also, follow our Facebook group too as well. Follow us on Twitter too as well. Okay.
Yep.
Peace and grease.
Well, yeah.